Hi everyone. So today I want to go over my copyright assignment. My name is Brianna Stewart. So we will explain the correlation of the Assure model and the copyright laws lesson. All right, analyze. So this lesson is for elementary school students and they will work with a partner or in a group. Students with accommodations will have the items read either by their partner, teacher, or librarian when I'm reading it whole group. Students will have access to Chromebooks, physical books, and magazines and images of other resources as we continue on to accommodate the many, many learners that we have in our class. So they'll see a presentation on the board. They'll have supplies on the table. They'll also have their Chromebooks. They'll have a written exit ticket, and then they'll also participate while I'm doing the slide. State the objective. So students will distinguish the basic rules of copyright and fair use and the way that they impact how we research for projects and cite sources. Another TEK that they'll use, understand 3.13b, understand and apply the research process, including developing a plan with clear objectives, gathering information, revising the research question, and presenting results. And then students understand fundamental concepts of how technology works. They demonstrate the ability to choose and use current technologies effectively and are adept at thoughtfully exploring emerging technologies. This one is important because copyright does apply to many different mediums. It is not just written material, it's also material that we access online. Select strategies and resources. So it will be a teacher lecture style with activities. We will have a video to open and grab students' attention. Students will have printed pictures of sculptures and famous artwork on the desk, along with books, a Chromebook, magazines such as Geographic and Storyworks from the library to help students see examples of how to properly cite a source. And they will also have examples of how to cite different sources on their desk. And it will definitely be for an elementary level, in particular, second, third, and fourth. Students will turn and talk, so that way those EB learners are getting that conversation and they're learning how to start a sentence stem so that they know how to speak using academic language. Students will sort and they will practice researching a little bit. All right, so some of the resources that we'll use are Canva, books, a Chromebook, magazines, informational magazines, and images. So I'll hand select these because they do correlate with the presentation. There will be the same sources on each table. Everybody should have access to the exact same ones. And students will be assigned to tables with their groups to work with, either as a group or a partner. And this will be determined as the librarian and teacher have collaborated. So we'll already know if we're doing high-low, medium-high, whichever one we decide that will benefit the students. Participation, they will have to follow along using this presentation uploaded to CurePod. This allows students to participate in real time and I can collect data as well. And then these are also the things that I mentioned earlier as far as the resources and how I'm going to go about implementing them throughout the lesson. And then evaluate. So students will be evaluated based on the information that is completed as listed below. The turn and talk. I and the teacher will walk around and facilitate and listen carefully. Fair use or fair lose. So that particular activity I will also use to collect data and evaluate. And then their exit ticket will follow a rubric. So the entire thing will have a rubric that I'm going to show you. And then here is our rubric. So I'll put the student's name. I'll probably put it as a group with all of their names. And then they have the criteria of 4, 3, 2, 1. The categories are they working together, because collaborating is very important. The turn and talk, the fair use or fair lose, and then of course the exit ticket. And this is the criteria or the rubric that I am using. And thank you very much. My resources are listed here, and that is my presentation over how I will implement my copyright lesson. Thank you so much.